Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to BodyWorkBoxing. And today I want to talk about Canelo's secret. I'm gonna go over some things, and I want you guys. These are for my hardcore. These are for the people who rock with me, and I really want to show you guys or remind you guys about something else, and it's all gonna make sense. But real quick, you know how when you're growing up, and maybe you might be in college, or you a young man or woman or whatever, and it come a point in time when you're doing things and you're in relationships, and somebody bring up the point of like, well, if you're just looking for another notch on your belt, then I'm not gonna be interested type deal, right? You run into those and you're like, so that means that they're looking for something serious, something legit, something that means something. They don't just want to be just another notch on somebody's belt. You see where I'm going? Well, Canelo Alvarez has become another notch on the belt fighter. That's the category that he's defaulting to, because he's going back to a play that he tried to run. When everybody was talking about Makabu, and everybody making fun of MacBook Air and all this. Remember when he was trying to make that play, and then Makabu came out and had a fight? He didn't look good, and fans was like, but before the fight, before Makabu fought, a lot of fans were saying, yeah, man, he should go do it. He should go do it, because that was going to be another notch on his belt. This is like him going up, trying to go up to Bivol and see Bivol. He was attempting to get another notch on his belt, and he wound up getting smacked with the belt. You know what I'm saying? Well, he's going back to the same play, and the play was Makabu last time. This time the play is Badou Jack. Now that's just another notch on the belt. The irony in this is the first time when Mr. Usyk, who was the undisputed champ at Cruiserweight, who went up to heavyweight, when Usyk came out and he got wind that Canelo was the face of boxing at the time, was going to step foot up there to Cruiserweight, he said, oh yeah, well, look, this is what I'll do. Contingent upon me being able to come back up to heavyweight and do my thing, I'll come back down, since I was the undisputed champ at Cruiserweight. And I was saying, oh man, well, hey, you're Canelo, you're the face of boxing, man. Get that Usyk smoke. But everybody was saying, nah, man, Usyk, man, come on, man. Usyk, why would he fight Usyk? Like, why? And I'm like, no, because Tank Davis, when he went up to 140, all we kept hearing was, oh man, why he gonna fight Mario Barrios, man? I mean, he go up there. Why he didn't go up there and get Josh Taylor? I mean, he's the champ. He got all. Why he didn't fight? So everybody discounted. So on that same thing, so Canelo wants to go up to Cruiserweight as another notch on his belt. He just want another notch on his belt. That's the secret in the history books. Just like I was saying last time, in the history books, that's gonna look real good. But when he go up there and lose, he's gonna use the same excuse that he used with Bivol. Oh man, I'm just, I was daring to be great. When I was saying he was daring to be great. Like, I want Canelo, this is Canelo's secret. He has become another notch on the belt type fighter. Here's the illustration in the thumbnail. And to prove this, I have a video that I did from January of 2022. And I was saying daring to be great. Man, please, if you rock with the channel, watch this video. I'm going to insert this video right back in here after I get done. And I implore you to watch this video and listen to everything I said. And instead of MacBook Air or Makabu, replace him with Badou Jack. And the same thing is going on right now at this present time. So May 14th, which is May 14th, that's what's happening. right now. That's the pulse right now. And watch the video. Thanks for everybody who came through, who always watch the videos and pay attention to what's going on. This is the Pulse of Boxing. Any comments, any feedback, even if you don't agree with me, you know what I'm saying, I just ask you to be respectful, state your opinion, and we can chat about it. You know what I'm saying? We can debate about however you want it. If you want that, you want some body work, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is say my name, say my name. But I want you to watch this video. You know what I'm saying? And salute to everybody who took time to watch this video, man. This is Canelo's secret, broken down. I did it a year ago. Let's fast forward to now and replace that name with Badou Jack. All right? Thanks for watching the video.
When I was a casual, I thought as a casual, I spoke like a casual, and I looked at boxing like a casual. But when I became a hardcore, I put away all those casual things. This is Michael Rogers, and welcome to BodyWorkBoxing. Welcome back. This is Michael Rogers. Welcome to BodyWorkBoxing. And right now as we speak, there are videos going on about how the PBC can't afford an Errol Spence and a Terrence Bud Crawford fight. Even though that's not my topic to discuss this night, I just find it real ironic that we still talking about Bud. Why the fuck we still talking about Bud? Why we still talking about we're just overlooking Ugas. And this is what I say, man, as far as being disrespectful, because when Bud was always asked about Sean Porter, he was all like, oh man, I'm not going to overlook Sean Porter, my focus is on. But y'all, that hypocritical, stupid ass energy that everybody have right now, it's just hypocritical, man. It's like I could spend hours upon hours about all the hypocrisy involving Bud fans and the whole, like, just boxing in general. But that's not why I'm here today. Because it's a term in boxing. You know what that term is? It's called cherry picking. And I'm going to say that there are certain people who don't cherry pick. They just dare to be graped. You know that low-hanging fruit? You know that low-hanging fruit, man? It's just, and then, as time go on, you know how people say you're aging like fine wine. You know that? There are people that dare to be graped. And I'm talking about one Canelo cinnamon gingerbread man Alvarez. They saying he's gonna move up to cruiserweight, right? And it's a foregone conclusion that the winner of this fight is gonna be Makabu, right? Which is very disrespectful because we don't know who's gonna win. Remember when everybody thought that Pacquiao was just gonna go in there and wash Ugas? Not me, but remember that? And that didn't happen. Y'all remember that? Yeah. It's disrespectful to already assume that it's gonna be Makabu, but since that's the name that's floating around, and Ginger himself had said it, Mr. Alvarez had said that, we're gonna go with Makabu, and he's daring to be great by moving up to cruiserweight. However, a gentleman by the name of Alexander Usyk said, hey, I'll challenge you, I'll shed this weight, I'll come down to cruiserweight, and I'll come see about the face of boxing. And Canelo Alvarez said, no smoke, no smoke, no chimney smoke, no ashtray smoke, no exhaust smoke. I don't want no kind of smoke. I just want to have smoke. But I say that because everybody who I hear speak about it say, oh man, when Roy Jones moved up, you didn't expect for him to fight I'm like, man, like, stop it, man. If you're going to dare to be great, be great. Don't be graped. I'm going to get a shirt that say, don't be graped. You know what I'm saying? Don't go for the low-hanging fruit. But the video today, really on a serious note, and thanks to all my subscribers, man. The growth has been tremendous. I had a little minor hiccup this past week where I couldn't post for a whole week. And the video that I actually posted yesterday was a video that I did a week ago. You know what I'm saying? But I stay ahead of the times, man. Like, if you think about it, I posted that video about the Hitman versus Caleb Plant yesterday, but I recorded that video on Saturday. Truth be told. Stick with your boy, man. I'm gonna bring you that hot fire. But the subject is hand, right? The importance of this video is because I'm laying out something, right? And just like in football, you know, when they do a screen when one wide receiver, he goes out, he does like a 2-yard, a hard stop, and he jerks and he goes to the right. As long as he turns around and he looks as if he's looking for the ball, he can run right into the next player, right? Meanwhile, the inside receiver can come down and swoop on the outside of him, and it's called a pick. Well, I want to call a moving pick, because the Cuban Flash, Frank Sanchez, he came out recently and said that not only would he pretty much beat the shit out of Tyson Fury, but that Mr. Alexander Usyk would be an even easier fight. You see where I'm going here? It's a moving pick, man. It's a moving pick for the gingerbread man out there in Candyman land. Yes. And it's a correction to my video, because when I said that Canelo was going to avoid that Alexander Usyk smoke, but I said he was going to avoid it because they had plans for his man, I thought, and I heard Frank Sanchez, but somehow I thought it was Andy Ruiz, because I thought Andy Ruiz was down there in that camp. But they're basically trying to say, and they're trying to like make it seem as though Frank Sanchez is in the running for an Alexander Usyk. So they're saying, oh no, we're going to let our Canelo, we're going to let him go ahead and dare to be great and go up there and fight Makabu, or the winner of that fight, whatever the other guy's name. I can't even pronounce it. I'm not going to, out of respect, I'm not going to butcher his name. But we're going to let Canelo go and do that. And we're putting all our sights on the Cuban Flash, Frank Sanchez, down for one Mr. Alexander Usyk. And to double down, what he said at first was that Tyson Fury would be easy work. I want y'all to let that sink in, man. And I always, you know, Reynoso and Canelo and all them boys, man, I tip my hat off to them boys, because it's often that I find that the moves and the plays that they do is pretty genius. But I know a motherfucking gingerbread man when I see one. Think about it, y'all. This is a moving pick, because they gotta like excuse or have a good excuse for Canelo not to fight Usyk if he goes up to cruiserweight. They're gonna pawn off Sanchez, so Sanchez comes out here at the beginning of the new year to say these outlandish things like Tyson Fury is just easy work. Even though I think Tyson Fury, he's getting extra ballooned up, shall I say, with the win over Deontay Wilder. I think he is, because I mean, we gotta admit that before the first fight, that man was on the couch for like 3 years with drug problems, overweight, and all that. And because he beat Wilder, now he's the baddest heavyweight on the planet. Cut that bullshit out. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it all the way funky, 10 times 10, however you want to put it. It is what it is. Tyson Fury isn't the baddest man on the planet. However, I think he got the juice right now. He has the juice right now, but that does not make him the baddest man on the planet. So I find it kind of interesting that one Cuban Flash, Frank Sanchez, will come out and make such statements. And it's really just a moving screen, man. Because what you all boxing fans, and I'm not talking to my hardcore, but to the casuals out there in the world and the people that need narratives and they need likes and comments and views, what you fail to realize is there is no irony that right now is the time that one Mr. Canelo Alvarez is coming out talking about Jermell Charlo all of a sudden. Let's think about that. David Benavidez has a fight on the table with David Lemieux. They already kind of like dismissed David Benavidez. Like, what does he have to offer? Just like they did Andre. You're a horrible fighter. Even though he had been on record saying that he was a great fighter. Boxing Ego exposed that. Wouldn't it be a perfect time for him to start drumming up some of this energy, clout chasing off of another fighter's name? And it's ironic that the face of boxer would actually clout chase, but it happens all the time. So why are we getting all this Charlo talk right now when you about to go fight Makabu? Why are we getting it? I came out and did a video about Charlo and Caleb Plant. I think that would make sense. You can't rely on Canelo Alvarez, because even the last fight with Caleb Plant, it wasn't etched in stone until Canelo Alvarez came back to the table and they were at the mercy of Canelo Alvarez signing what he needed to sign and getting the deal done, even though it was on PBC. So don't say I didn't tell you so. With all these moving screens, we got screens and moving pics, and the gingerbread man out in Candyman land on the gingerbread path, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing, and nobody says shit. I heard a whole video today about how Charlo has no shot and all. I'm like, man, look, I will say this. Jermell Charlo is a guy that I believe fights to the level of his competition. Some fighters are like that. It's just like if you come out and you had to face the back when let's say this year it'd probably be somebody like the Jets, or back in the day it was kind of like it's always been the Browns. You could be the firest team in the league. You come out and play the Browns, and the Browns fuck around and be getting ready to win until the fourth quarter, until you had to tighten that chin strap down. You know what I'm saying, and bite down on that mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying, and go out there and use that hit stick. Use them fabulous hands to win the game, because when you fight in lower level competition, you don't get as up for it. And I know that may sound like an excuse, but I ride for who I ride with, and I believe that Charlo fights to the level of his competition, and there is nothing that tells me that if and when Charlo gets his opportunity to fight Canelo, it's going to be a whole different story. I just don't want us to get distracted by all this talk with Charlo, because it only makes sense. It's a distraction. They sent out a wide receiver moving pick with this Frank Sanchez statement. They come out and start talking about all this stuff about the next fight being Canelo and Charlo after Makabu. For what? The gingerbread man can do whatever he wants, and content creators are going to do it. Why? Likes and views and all of the backlash that it has whenever you say something against one Cinnamon Ginger Alvarez. Look out for them Canelo knee pads, look out for them tonsil jewelries, and look out for them bibs that will actually protect you in your garments whenever you want to go that extra round for your favorite fighter being a cock gobbler. Bodywork!
Alright, I believe you, but my tummy don't. Get down on your knees and tell me you love me.
I do what I do. He knows what I'm about to tell him right now. It's Mr. Keep running your mouth. That's what I do.
I just feel like I'm the champ, and at the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker. It doesn't matter. Inside, outside, I can just fight. So I just feel like if it gets down to the wire, we gotta lock it up, I'm out on top.
Hey look, as you can see how I'm looking, I stay solid. I'm always solid. I stay fuck solid on the ring. You know what I'm saying? To the fans and all that.
You let go outside the ring. I'm a fighter. Like I said before, ain't no safety on the clock, so